This poem is called God's Book. I wrote it last April. During that time, I was going through like a real writer's block type thing. I was going through a lot of my life, and I really just couldn't write, so I prayed a lot. How this poem came about, I was thinking of something to write, and I was thinking about, well, this poem was about a girl, and I was thinking about what does God read at night to sustain himself, and what does he read for inspiration? So that's kind of where this poem came about. So bear with me. And also, I don't really recite poetry, I like to write it, so bear with me. I tried to memorize this today, so. For the past 5 months, I've had a writer's block. See, I've sat here with this pen and this pad. This paper has been blank and this ink has been dry, and I have not been able to come up with the words to describe how lovely you are. See, if you remember, there was a night where I walked you to your car, and just as the moon became full and the cold reminded us that even though we're strong and we're spiritual, we're black, so the cold kind of makes us really cold. And I removed my jacket from my shoulders and I put it on yours, and you spoke the words, thank you. You see, those words penetrated my flesh and they rested underneath my rib cage, and I haven't left since. You see, I cherished those words for the rest of the night, and the next morning, when God's smile woke me up, I thought about writing a poem, but I realized that these words us as humans have came up with are not worthy to describe something as lovely as you. You see, it made me wonder, what does God read for his inspiration? You see, to think that he could read something and in 7 days create a perfect balance between the forests and the waterfalls and the deserts and the sandy beaches in which we inhabit and we make daily use of every day is incredible. You see, I was wondering, what was he reading the night before he made you? You see, if I could get that book for 1 day, I promise you, I would thank my mother, first of all. I would stop cussing, and I would spend the whole day disengaged from the rest of the world, going line after line, spending hours upon hours, trying to get my vocabulary so strong that when I stood in front of a room just like this, I would move a whole room of angels. They say when you speak in tongues, it's only a language understood by God and yourself, and if I too can become literate in a language such as that, that would make me want to create something as lovely as you, then I would gladly give up a rib of my own. You see, from that rib, a soul would form only rivaled by my own mother, and men would tell stories that, men would tell stories that when she smiled, only the sun's radiance had enough power to rival her aura, and when she spoke even the simplest of words, time itself would stand still, and it would try and catch every syllable by its ear, and maybe it too would spend months after months and maybe even years trying to articulate the loveliness that God sealed inside of you.